On their door. The private use of cannabis has been decriminalised. Dagga can now also be grown for private usage. SABC reporter Mahlako Komane was at the Constitutional Court when the landmark ruling was made and joins me in studio. Mahlako, what was the reaction when Judge Zondo read out that unanimous judgment?
Well, we can certainly say for the respondents in the case did end on a high. People were very elated and very happy with the judgment, obviously a victory for them, even though when speaking to them, they did say that there were certain issues that they felt were not really addressed, but they will be obviously carrying on with various aspects where they felt they were not properly addressed by the Constitutional Court, which is issues of people that have, since the Western Cape matter was heard, people apparently were arrested in their homes. These are the issues that they want to go now forward and address, but definitely very happy for the community. A lot of singing, a lot of people lighting up their pipes and whatever it is that people use to smoke Dagga.
So what does this actually mean, this judgment?
Well, right now what we do know what the judgment does mean is that people, you and I as adults, because he was very specific in saying that the dealing of Dagga is still illegal. You cannot sell Dagga, so you cannot use it for production purposes or commercialization as per se. Children are still prohibited from using the drug in itself, but as an adult you can grow it in your house for personal use, though there cannot be any dealing with it. But it also means now it takes us back to Parliament having to change the Medicines Act and also the Drug Trafficking Act. There are certain sections that he spoke to which were then declared to not be in line with the constitutional section that speaks to privacy. And he also gave the Parliament 24 months to rectify those various sections in the laws to try and bring them up to speed. We also know that Parliament had said that they will be looking and studying at the judgment. So has police have also said that, as well as the Minister of Justice will also be looking at the judgment to also study that. But what was also quite important, which is what we'll obviously be following up on, is what does this mean for police? Are they going to hold workshops as to how do we then, within this 24 months while the laws are being changed, how are we going to deal with me in my personal capacity using this Dagga? Because we also didn't speak to the quantity that you're allowed to have, which is also quite important. But he did say that police would have to then make that judgment. But so now it brings us back into the day-to-day application of this law these laws having to be changed. It also speaks to the health department also having to adjust. But we also know that the Department of Fishery and Forestry also came in and said that they had engaged the Department of Health and also Justice to say that can they amend various laws, because they see this as an industry that you could tap into, because we know that the use of hemp is a big thing worldwide as well. So it's going to be quite interesting the next couple of months to see what is it that's going to happen. What will magistrates be faced with when presenting people before them?
Thanks so much, Mahlako Komane, following that story for us on SABC News. So what we're going to do now